week. Many of you trying to get a jump start on holiday travel, the end of the year. So many people wrap it up and call it a year for you. But look what happens. This low pressure starts to move up in the Carolinas. After that, where does it really set up? Does it go closer inland? Does it go off of the coast? You've got a couple of pieces of energy that are going to merge together, feed off of each other, head off to the south-southeast. Then that area of low pressure you're watching, boom, look what happens there. Now you've got one big piece of energy.
And where does that one big piece of energy set up? Is it on land?
Right.
Or is it over water? For the most part this week, the computer models have favored a coastal storm setup. But the computer model runs this morning are having this area of low pressure on land.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Why does this matter to you at home? Well, if this stays on land, that's going to change who sees the heaviest rain, but also it lowers the wind impact at the coast, which is a huge help. You know, beach erosion is a huge thing for the East Coast, and we do have to look at that. Look at Charleston, South Carolina, 3 to 5 inches
right
rain
in the bullseye.
possible there over a 48-hour period. You combine that with a strong onshore wind, you're going to have a greater chance of flooding in a city like Charleston. So it's all these little nuances that make a big difference. And so when we have a forecast like this that depends on a storm that hasn't even formed in the Gulf of Mexico and the pulling together of multiple spots that really make the main event, you got to stay engaged in the forecast discussion. So it's one of those setups that you don't have the luxury of checking out for the weekend, but you got that guy.
I'll be here.
Craig's going to be here all weekend long, so he'll be watching this in real time and giving you those updates on Fox Weather. Here's the snow component, which again, we just don't have a lot of cold air present, so this is not going to be a big snowstorm. We would have to have a lot more cold air. But the interior, there's a chance that we could see some snow. The greatest chance for that is what we call wraparound. It's on the backside of the low when the storm is moving out of the northeast. You have cold air, and the question is, does the cold air catch the moisture before it moves out? And if the timing is perfect, you can get some light snow out of that type of a setup. Too far out to really know how far close to the 95 corridor that would make it. Right now, it looks like 2 to 3 inches of rain for D.C., Philly, New York, and Boston, which is enough of a concern in itself, to be quite honest. 2 to 3 inches of rain with wind. I think next Monday is going to feel a lot like this Monday did.
Exactly, right? A whole lot of rain coming down and it's ready to hit the roads. Also, some of the errors, airplanes, they've got to watch that closely with some of those crosswinds, and we'll watch where those winds set up for sure right in this weekend. I also want to point out this little area there, low starts to develop on Tuesday. Could also move off the coast. Also gives you another chance of maybe some very light snow over the northern tier again.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.